used to know what happens when the world ends. At least this is an okay bar for running into you.
Hey guys, I'm starting this vlog because I really want to film a reading vlog. I feel like I've been very unmotivated to read recently, and I think I only read 3 books this month. Not even. I didn't even read 3 books. I literally read 2 books in October, and I'm like almost done with the 3rd one, but it's November 1st right now, so it technically doesn't really count. I'm hoping as winter comes around and like things start to chill out. I mean, I know the holidays are coming up, but even like on the weekends, I don't think I'm gonna have as much going on anymore. I'm excited to get back into the flow and like reading more because I just have so many books that I want to read. Every single day I always think of all these books I have on my bookshelf that I have yet to read, and like I constantly am watching book videos on YouTube, and I just feel so behind and I hate it, but everyone goes at their own pace. I mean, it is what it is, you know? So currently I'm reading Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross, and I've been reading this for probably like 2 weeks now. Right before this, I just finished Magnolia Parks, the first 2 books, so Magnolia Parks and Daisy Hates. Yeah, I did like those. They weren't like my favorite romance books that I've ever read, but they were like really good. I think I like the second one more. This book is like really popular right now, so I wanted to read it. I've had it for a month now probably. I'm on page 255. I'm almost done with it. I think there's like 330 pages or something. Once I'm finished with this one, I want to read the Inheritance Games because I have the whole series, and it looks like it's going to be like a super quick read, and then after that I probably want to read a romance book. I don't really know. If you guys don't know, Divine Rivals, so we have Roman and Iris, and they both work at like a publishing like journal place, so they both like write articles and stuff like that. They're both competing for a certain position that kind of puts it as like a head writer. Iris's brother Forrest gets drafted into, or he doesn't get drafted, but he has to go fight in the war because there's a war between 2 gods. I don't exactly like understand everything about that, but basically there's these 2 gods in the story, and they're both fighting a war against each other. So he's gone, and then her mom is like an alcoholic. Yeah, like ever since Forrest left, she's kind of like not really been a mother. Iris is kind of basically on her own. She's in this competition with Roman to get best writer, and they both have to write a good article. Iris also has this typewriter that she wants to write a letter to her brother on. So she starts typing out a letter to him. When Forrest left, he left a note for Iris in his like coat pocket. So Iris writes this letter while Forrest is gone, and she ends up putting it in the closet in one of the coat pockets because it was like their thing that they did. She goes to look for it the next morning and it's gone. And then she also finds a letter that has been written back to her, and so she assumes that it's her brother writing back to her. It's actually Roman, so it's kind of like her competitor, and she doesn't know that it's Roman. She thinks it's her brother. So that's kind of the premise of the story and where it starts off. At first I like really liked it. I thought it was really easy to get into and like super easy to understand. As I continue to read it, it's taken me a long time to get through it, and I'm just like, I don't know, it's a good book. It's not like anything super crazy. I feel like everyone is obsessed with the book, and I don't know, it's a good book. There's nothing like I don't like about it. It's just very average to me, and maybe that's because it's like been a long time that I've been reading it, so I feel like if I were to finish it quicker, it'd probably be a little bit better in my eyes. But there is one thing that I don't like about it. It is in 3rd person. I didn't realize it until this book, but I don't really enjoy 3rd person just because I don't really get to like understand or hear the characters' emotions throughout the book, and that's like a huge part to a story, is how the characters are feeling and like what's going on in their head and what makes me be able to connect to a character. And the fact that I am not really able to do that because obviously the author like isn't in their head. I mean, they're the one writing the book, but since it is in 3rd person, you can't really like say what's going on in their head. I think that's a big reason why I'm not enjoying it a ton. It's not anything like super crazy. Like right now it's probably looking around like a 3-star. Anyways, I am hopefully gonna finish the book tonight, and I will let you guys know my thoughts at the end. Hi guys, it is the next day. I literally look so disgusting. Anyways, I have like 20 pages left of this book and I'm about to finish it. There's already been some stuff that I was not expecting to happen, so yeah. Well, I actually think I'm closer than what I think I am to finishing. I think I have like 15 pages left, so we're about to finish this. I'm kind of scared. Okay guys, I just finished Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. Everyone raved about this book so much and I just wish that I felt something more for it than what I did. Like I said, I did read it over like a 2-week span, so it was a long time for like me to read a book. I feel like that's probably why I wasn't like as close to the characters in that way, but I wish I felt more for it. But I'm gonna save like my thoughts, my like reviews and ratings for the end of the video to go over all of the books that I have read in this video. I was going to read The Inheritance Games. I'm such a mood reader. Like if I'm not in the mood to read something, I'm not going to read it. But I really want to read a romance book right now. It's a romance book, but it was like more of a fantasy. I feel like at the end it definitely, I don't know, it was kind of a mix of fantasy and romance, and I just want a little bit more. I think I want to do a romance book. I don't know. I'm like debating because I really do want to read The Inheritance Games because I have had that series for so long. I just have so many options. Ugh. Let's go over to my bookshelf. We're gonna pick out a book together. Okay, so I have this here because I already like planned on reading it, so I already have it out. And I also feel like it's gonna be a super quick read as well. Like these words look huge on this page, but these are all of the books on my TBR, all up here, and then these 3 over here. I don't know what to do. I really want to do The Housemaid. That's one that I'm like eyeing. And then what else was I thinking? Oh yeah, The Light We Lost. I really want to read that. And also The 7-Year Slip. Like there's so many good books I could read. Or I could read a Colleen Hoover book. I have not read Colleen Hoover in so long. But I feel like this is going to be scary to read alone at my house. It's like 2 days after Halloween. So I feel like I should do a mystery book. So like The Housemaid. I might post something on Instagram. Okay, I'm gonna post a poll on Instagram and do it that way. Okay, I gotta pick the books that I'm gonna put in this. I'm gonna put The 7-Year Slip on here. Local Woman Missing, because a lot of my friends have read this and they think it's like, they've said it's really good. What was I going to read? Oh yeah, The Inheritance Games. I feel like no one's gonna pick this though because it's not really like a popular book right now. I think I'm gonna do these 3. They're like 3 different genres. We have a fantasy, a mystery, and a romance. So I'm gonna put these 3 on. Okay guys, I'm currently making dinner, so don't mind me being in here and the lighting is awful. But I posted a poll on my Instagram and currently it is, oh, there's one finally that's ahead. We currently have 13% for 7-Year Slip, 47% for Local Woman Missing, and 40% for The Inheritance Games. It's between these 2 here. So originally I was gonna read this one, so I'm like, if this wins, then obviously it's a sign that I should read it. I don't know what to do, guys. I'm gonna wait until 7 o'clock. Currently it's 6:47. Okay guys, I think it's a sign. Inheritance Games is winning now by 5%, so I think that's what I'm gonna go with. I think that's a sign. That's what I was gonna read, and we're just gonna stick with it. Honestly, I have no idea what this is about. I think this is something about a girl like inherits this house, but all these brothers live there still, and they were like supposed to inherit it, but they didn't, and something like that. I don't really know. Hey guys, we are starting The Inheritance Games. Let's see how far we can get into this tonight. Okay guys, I'm currently on page 40. And so far what has happened is, so the main character Avery, she has a sister named Libby who she is kind of living with, kind of not. She doesn't really agree with her sister's boyfriend who has just like moved in again, so she's kind of like living out of her car. Her mom has just passed away, so they're like kind of on their own. Their dad is not in the picture. She's like really smart and is doing really good in school. Gets called to the office because she aces the test, and she ends up having to like retake the test to prove that she didn't cheat on it. The next day she gets called to the office and she thinks that like she's getting back the test results for the second exam that she took, and it's actually a guy named Grayson Hawthorne who has come with her sister Libby to let her know that she has been put in the will of his grandpa, which is Tobias Hawthorne, who has just died. And she's like super confused because she doesn't know like who this guy is and why she would be in his will. And then she ends up going out to where the guy lived, or where the Hawthorne house is. All the brothers are there. There's 4 brothers and some of Tobias's workers, because he was like super rich. Everything is getting read off on the will, and at the end they name off Avery, and she has like pretty much everything besides like the $1 million that was separated between the rest of the family, and he's worth like 43 million or billion dollars, I think it is. Anyways, it's a lot of money, and she basically gets like all of his assets and everything else. So they're all very confused and very mad why this random girl is getting all this money. That's where I'm at right now. I don't think that's any of a spoiler because it's all on the back page. I'm gonna continue reading tonight, and I'll probably update you guys in the morning of where I get, unless something gets really good. Hi guys, it has been a few days since I have filmed, but since I filmed, Iron Flame came out, which is the second book after Fourth Wing, so I went and bought that the other day, and also with a few other books. I think this is a limited edition cover. I decided to start reading that instead of finishing the Inheritance games. I got to page like 125 on that, I think, maybe not even that. I do like it so far. It's not bad at all. It's a super quick read. I just feel like I've been in kind of like a reading slump. I don't know, life has just been very busy, and it's so hard for me to finish books really quickly. It's just been really hard for me to like get into the groove of reading. But I'm hoping like as things start to wind down in the winter time, when I don't have as much stuff going on the weekends, that I'll be able to read a lot more and be able to finish books that I want to finish before the end of the year. Anyways, I started reading this 2 days ago, I think, when it came out. I am only on page 25. I literally had to like look up everything from Fourth Wing again, like all of the different cities, just like everything. I completely forgot it. I think I finished it like 2 months ago probably, so it's been like a while since I've read it. I just had to do like a little refresher because I literally was on page 5 and I was like reading everything over and over again, trying to understand it. I had to do that, and then I got to page 25 last night. I really want to finish this weekend. This is like the first weekend in a long time that I don't have a ton of stuff going on. What is happening so far in this book? So it pretty much picks off right where the first book left off. I don't want to like spoil anything because the end of Fourth Wing was a pretty big like a spoiler, so I don't want to say anything, but they're basically talking about what the plan is going forward. This is like really hard to explain without giving anything away. This book is also like 600 and something pages long, so I feel like it's gonna take me a long time to get through. It's literally 6 o'clock and I'm gonna start reading through however long until I get tired tonight. I've already gone to the gym, I already showered, I already made dinner, so I basically just get to read for however long I want to. I'm very excited. So let's go ahead and continue on with Iron Flame. Okay guys, I just finished chapter 3. I'm on page 32 right now, but I feel like this chapter just kind of set up the whole book, or not, I guess maybe not the whole book, but just set up like what is going to happen next. Also, Violet and Xaden, she's pretty upset with him right now for lying to her about like something really big. She just like stood up for herself and was like, you're gonna be completely honest with me. Like she's not taking anything other than that. So I thought that was pretty cool, and I'm just glad that she's like actually sticking up for herself against him, because she deserves to know what's going on. I'm excited to see what's happening next. This chapter was like really good. I really enjoyed it. I love them. Oh my gosh. There's so much tension and I love it so much. So Xaden is leaving now. Since he's in the 4th year, he is going to battle. now, since the dragons are all like connected, they were granted to see each other like once a week, I think. They haven't been apart for more than 3 days, I think it is. So they're kind of worried about that. Yeah, Adarna, she's basically like supposed to be resting for like 2 months now to be able to fully develop and like actually become her full-sized dragon. Xaden and Violet are like saying their goodbyes, and there's just so much tension because she's like still mad at him. Ugh, I don't want to spoil it, so I'm not gonna say anything else. I just love them. So now it's time for orientation, so all the new first years are going to be coming in, and they're kind of just preparing for that. Everyone just had the first class, so they all met a new professor. In this class, they're learning what to do if they were to ever get loose from their dragon, or like to be captured by someone and interrogated. And she's just really feeling really nervous about it, and she is now going to the archives to feel at peace, I guess, because that's where she was for such a long time. That's where I'm at. Oh my gosh, you guys. I just finished reading chapter 12, and oh my gosh, it was so good. I literally love Xaden like 100 times more now that just happened, and he just said all that. Oh my god. If you know, you know. Tonight. It's like 9:30 right now, and I've been reading since 5, 6. I'm on page 215, chapter 22, and something big was just revealed, and I was not expecting it. I love when books like have huge plot twists that you just did not expect. I am loving the book so far. It's very, very detailed. A lot of it is politics, which is why I've been like having to go back and remember everything. It's taking me a long time to get through, but we're almost halfway. I've literally spent probably like 8 hours reading so far, and I'm only on page 215. And I feel like I'm starting to pick up the pace because I'm more into the story now, but yeah, it's still taking me forever. And I really wanted to read like 3 books this weekend, but obviously that's not happening because tomorrow's Sunday. I'll probably read a lot tomorrow, but I also have to clean my apartment and just like get ready for the week. Also, I've been trying to avoid like any spoilers or any like literally anything online about this book. I just want to read it without anyone else's opinions about it. Guys, I don't remember the last time I filmed for this video, but I am on page almost 400 right now, so I have about 200 pages left, and I still really enjoy the book. It's just a good book. Like, it's not anything spectacular, amazing, but like it's a really good book, and I really like it. That's kind of how I felt about the first one. Like, not a 5-star, but definitely close, and just very enjoyable. Very fast paced, lots of stuff always going on, and it just keeps you hooked. I'm gonna try to aim for finishing this today. It's 3 o'clock right now. I literally have been working all day on YouTube stuff. I filmed 2 videos, filmed a bunch of TikToks, took Instagram pictures. Like, I got so much done today. I also edited a video and posted that. I will continue to keep you guys updated on this. I don't want to give too many details because we're at a point in the book that like it's gonna be a spoiler if I say anything, so.
I found somebody, I say you don't cross my mind. she doesn't know that your favorite place is still mine.
I just got to chapter 52. I'm on page 486. I read like around 100 pages today, but I'm super tired, so I'm about to go to bed. But I have a few like thoughts about Xaden not being in a lot of the story. Like, he's away a lot fighting. I was like saying that I wish there was more of him, and like right when I was thinking that, he ended up showing up in a lot of those different scenes, so I thought that was funny. But yeah, I really don't want to go to bed because something crazy, like something big just happened, and I want to find out like what's gonna happen next. Maybe I'll wake up early in the morning and read a little bit. I have to work tomorrow, so anyways, that's all I have for tonight. Hi guys, so I obviously finished this book yesterday. This took me a week and a half to get through it. I literally read every day too, so it's not like I was like taking my time with it. Like, I was really trying to push through it. It's just a very long book. The words are very small. It's gonna take a little bit longer to get through, especially when I'm a slow reader. I call myself a slow reader, but I don't actually know if I am. But anyways, thoughts on this book. I really liked it. I haven't quite thought about a rating for it yet. I think I would rate this one and the first one the same. I liked them both equally. I think it was a little bit hard for me to understand the politics and all of that. Obviously this book is pretty much all about politics. It's just very politic heavy. That's literally what the story is based off of. But I really enjoyed it. I loved the relationship that Xaden and Violet have together. The ending was obviously very shocking. If you've seen anybody talking about this book, there's a pretty big ending, as there was in the first one. I just don't want to give too much away about this book, so I'm not going to say a whole lot, but very good book. If you're into fantasy, want to get into fantasy, I think it's a great book to dive into. I think I'm gonna do one more book for this video. This video has been going on for like a month now. I think the first book I read was Divine Rivals, and I definitely read that last month. So, but next I'm going to be reading Magnolia Park's The Long Way Home. This is the third book in the Magnolia Park series. I'm gonna start this tonight. We'll see how far I get. I was definitely crushed at the last book, which was Daisy Haze, which had Christian and Daisy's story. We'll see how much it crushes my soul.
Avoid what I can't let go. I don't always think about you, but sometimes I do. 'Cause sometimes I drive through all of the streets we used to on First Avenue. 'Cause sometimes I don't even know where I'm going at first. All of the turns that I had to unlearn. Back to the surface, the feeling of all that we were.
Oh my gosh, you guys, I just finished chapter 4. I'm on page 40 and I love them so much. I feel like I've fallen like right back into the story again. I just love it so much. I love them. I love everything. I did not realize like how much I really do enjoy these books. I'm really sorry if the fan is loud in the background. I'm so lazy. I don't want to go turn it off. But I just realized that I have not given a book 5 stars in so long. I'm pretty sure the last book I gave 5 stars was Every Last Word, and I read that in like July. And it's November. That is crazy. I don't know why. I just haven't felt that way, but I feel like this book already, I'm like, oh my gosh, I love them. I guess it depends how it all goes. I'm only on page 40. But also this book is so much quicker to read than Iron Flame, so I love that for me. Hi guys, I have not updated this vlog in so long, probably like 10 days actually. I am still reading Magnolia Park's The Long Way Home. I figured out like a genius idea, which is not even that genius. It's just thank the Lord that Spotify came out with audiobooks, because it has been saving my life when it comes to reading. So let me figure out what page or chapter I'm on for the audiobook. I'm on chapter 42. Okay, so I'm on page 293 actually. I'm over halfway, which is maybe about halfway. That is so cool though, because like if I wouldn't have been listening to the audiobook, I probably wouldn't even be a quarter of the way through the book, to be so honest. Because if you guys have been watching my videos the past few, there's just been so much going on, like so much going on with work and just like trying to figure out what direction I want my life to go in. I have not been able to read. Also, Thanksgiving was last week, so that took away a lot of my time. Obviously, I'm so grateful to spend time with family and all of that, but I just have been out of my routine is all that it is. So it's 10:15 right now. Actually, it's so late. I just got finished editing a video and then I started editing another video. We'll see how far I get into this book tonight. I am loving this book so far. I think I'm loving it like the same amount that I loved the last book. Yeah, it's just a good book. Like, the drama, I'm here for it. The relationship, I love. Like, I don't know what else to say. I just like, it's just a good book. Anyways, let's go ahead and continue on this book.
Always think about you till First Avenue. That's when I do. That's when I do.
It is the next morning. I just wanted to do a update on this book. I am on page 367 now. This book is just so toxic. It is so back and forth. I love the drama and it's like such an easy, quick read. Like, I literally started this morning and I read like 50 pages. I don't know, like I keep saying, it's just like a good drama book. You can't look too far into it. You just want the characters to be like, they're considered endgame, and that's just what you want and what you hope for. That's my thoughts on it. Hopefully I'm going to finish this tonight. Hi guys, I wanted to come on here and update, but I did finish this book today. Literally reading this, I wish I would have filmed my like actual reaction to a lot of the scenes in this, but I loved this book so much. Oh my gosh, 5 stars. 5 stars, easily 5 stars. I was actually just thinking, I was like, wow, I haven't rated a book 5 stars in a very long time. Like, the only books that I've rated 5 stars this year are Happy Place and Every Last Word, and I've read like 27 books or something like that. Of course, it's while I'm reading this book that I end up rating 5 stars. So anyways, I love that for me. The whole series is really good, but this one really stuck out to me. There's still one more book left in the series, which I'm really excited to get to. So I'm gonna be reading that next. I might be filming another reading vlog, so that will probably be in that video. Okay, so let's also go over the other 2 books I read in this video, which was Divine Rivals and Iron Flame. So this one I rated 3 out of 5 stars. I don't know what it is about YA books. I just feel like it's something that I cannot relate to or really get into, like especially with this being in 3rd person. I think I said that in the video, but I just was not able to connect to the characters in this one. It was a really neat story, definitely like super unique. It was a really cute, wholesome story. I just didn't feel a ton for it, so I gave it 3 out of 5 stars, which is still a good rating in my opinion. Like, I would definitely recommend it to other people. And then also Iron Flame. I loved this book as well so much. I think I gave this 4.5 out of 5 stars, which is so crazy. I think I gave the first one the same rating, so I love them both the same. It did take me a long time. You guys, I literally read 2 books in November. 2 books, but this one was 600 pages and this was like 700 pages, so I'm giving myself grace with that because a lot of the times the books I read are like 300 pages. So I love that book, love the storyline. I will say, like, I feel like it's so much like Hunger Games and Divergent, like basically mixed together into one. I don't know, it's a really good book. It has dragons in it, which is pretty cool. That is going to be it for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to doing more reading vlogs like this, so subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. Lots of book content I've planned out, so I'm very excited. But anyways, I will see you guys in my next video.